Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Disc 1.
We will be doing our official E3 2017 predictions.
We'll find out if, what we want to happen will happen.
And also Dari.
Yeah.
I spoke over him. I didn't expect to.
Wait, I spoke over Dari?
No, I spoke over. It's like I was about to say, and also Dari, and Dari was Dari and I spoke at the same. It's like I was trying to give Dari some attention, and it's like I chose the worst possible time for that. Yeah, so I'm Professor Icepick.
I'm NekoGamerX.
I'm SNES Master KI.
And I'm Dari.
Yep, Dari the
Wild
one.
Dari has appeared.
It is kind of a surprise. So, I guess we're going to handle this in the same style of format that we did with the other two podcasts that S-Rank did, which most of these guys weren't here for. Dari is, of course, joining us again from the Shellcast.
Yes, the Shellcast happened.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I guess we'll just go ahead.
We have 7 companies to cover, and we might actually talk about 2 of them.
Yeah, pretty much. So let's get started with one of the rejects, EA.
Well, I used to like them, and then they shot Sims 4 in the knee.
Are you saying that you used to be an EA fan, but then you took an arrow to the knee?
Actually, the game took an arrow to the knee, to tell you the truth.
Neko, are you telling me that you're not going to buy, like, all the DLC that they made available with The Sims 4?
No.
Not even the base game, which is DLC, I imagine?
No, but the game itself is not DLC, but everything else was. Even to have children.
Yep.
So it's like Disney Infinity, only without, like, the little figurines then, huh?
Basically. I mean, why would you take out having...
But some people just want to have one generation. That's all they want. They don't want kids and all that other stuff. No.
Well, Neko, if Captain Planet taught me anything, it's that white people shouldn't be allowed to breed. So,
but it's still going on.
Yes, but that's not what Captain Planet says we should do.
I think it would be funny if they both charged to have children and charged for birth control once you get the children.
Okay. So what then? If you get the children,
charge for swimming pools.
Well, what they should really do is, well, actually, if they charge for the ladders, then no one would really care. That people like that, didn't they? Didn't they just like put their Sims in pools and then delete the ladder?
Well, they killed them in multiple ways. Icepick. That was like the most funnest part. I'm surprised they didn't take that out.
No. They should have made a DLC. You get 500 kills for $5. What a deal! What a steal!
Okay, so does anyone else have anything to say about EA? I feel like we get more than enough attention.
Yeah, I think
go ahead, Dari.
Well, they can bring back some of the old sports games like Fight Night, like I said in the Cellcast.
Yeah, I mean, Dari's excited about the new Madden game, isn't he?
Well, I would say, I would love to have a new Alice, but does EA really have to make it?
Maybe not. I mean, if someone else just makes
I know,
it,
it's Crazy Horse, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Spicy Horse has the...
Oh, yeah, Spicy Horse. What is a Crazy Horse?
If someone else makes it, is EA really going to remember that they own it?
Yeah, well, actually, I don't even know if they really... I mean, I guess they own the game, but the idea is owned by America McGee.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how that works, or how that would work.
Oh,
he needs a publisher, obviously.
Because I mean, he also did like an action figure line of a thing called Oz.
I would like that.
It was going to become a game, but it kind of fell through.
Oh, that sucks.
But it was supposed to be just like
I'm
Alice,
huge Wizard of Oz fan.
Demented, characters of what they usually look like a demented Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. It'd been nice.
Okay, let's go on to the next one that we probably...
I mean, does anyone want to see EA do anything? Like as a wish
close
list?
their doors.
Okay.
Sell their properties.
Well, it's the 10-year anniversary of those like couple years where they tried not to be evil. So I guess Boomblocks 3, Dead Space 4, and Henry Hatsworth 2, because those are all perfectly realistic requests.
Well, if Neko's gonna be evil, I'm finally going to actually go through with the evil thing I'd want. I want them to close BioWare forever. I want them to give them the old bullfrog treatment.
Oh god. You know what was Minded Loser did that?
What?
You know what I was Minded Loser did that? And what about Dragon Age? There's supposed to be a new Dragon Age coming out soon.
Man, I don't give a fuck about Dragon Age. It's like, I know that people love BioWare because they introduced the dating sim genre to America, but like, who the fuck cares, man? I mean, it's a dating sim. And you can't even bang the most, you know, like, the hottest women there. You know, you get all the, like, blonde bimbos and shit, but you don't get to fuck the ones that are, like, 10 feet tall and have 7 titties. What's the fucking point, then? What's the fucking point? It's like, I'm playing Dragon Age, but I don't get to fuck the dragon? Are you kidding me? What's the point? You had one job, BioWare! I am not allowed to fuck the dragon? What the hell is wrong with you people?
Now is a good time to mention that if you've ever been to Icepick's website, delete your history, throw away the computer. If you think you're being too cautious, you aren't.
Oh god.
Pretty much.
So, moving on. This is to another company. How about Microsoft's E3?
They're going to cancel Cuphead by pulling out an actual life-size dummy of the Cuphead character, throwing him out on stage, giving him an elbow drop, and then the entire staff at Microsoft Xbox will unzip their pants, including the women, and piss all over the figure before dumping gasoline on top of it and then setting it aflame with, you know, each of them having their own match.
And then someone at Microsoft just shouts out, "Oh yeah, and also Crackdown 3 is canceled. Peace out, bitches."
Exactly.
No,
Watch out.
Crackdown does so much for them, though.
The weird thing is that, like, Crackdown has become, like, their holy grail. And it's like, after they canceled Scalebound, the Xbox faithful were all like, oh, well, you know, Crackdown's still happening, guys.
Actually, I heard a lot of people assuming Crackdown was canceled as well.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It probably is.
Yeah, the thing is that I feel like, this is an unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I feel like Microsoft killing Scalebound was actually a mercy killing. Because by that point, they had tacked on that shitty multiplayer, and it was clearly going to be garbage at that point. Let's be honest.
I think the 4-player, always online, Scales of War had a lot of potential.
Scales of War, that's a good one.
Let's see, so, Dari, Neko, do you have any opinions on Microsoft?
The Scorpio is going to be $599 US, and hopefully that kills it.
Well, if that doesn't do it, we can always rely on it not adding games.
Pretty much. Although, wouldn't that just be stealing Sony's early strategy with PS4? And look how well that turned out for them.
Now, Sony's early strategy with PS4 was that Microsoft as this straw man who Sony literally just had to not try to kill gaming, and they looked like heroes.
Yeah, but the Sony... But you heard about how that guy, the Sony executive said that backwards compatibility is a waste and no one except for losers on the internet care about it.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, PlayStation, nobody uses PlayStation now, but even though it's very costly and doesn't have many games on it, nobody cares about backwards compatibility. Because they don't buy that.
Well, don't worry. Remember Sony said Rumble was last gen, like a year before they introduced DualShock 4?
and now the Switch has HD Rumble, and apparently it's better than most Rumble ever.
I mean, he's right.
They're gonna copy that too.
Oh, that's for well, considering how we fill out the other companies, it's for like 5 minutes from now. But anyway, with Microsoft, yeah, I considering what they tried to do with the original Xbox One and the fact that they both I don't know whether to be more upset that they tried to take a Platinum game away from me or that they then took it away from everyone. I am not losing a lot of sleep over the state of Xbox One.
Oh, Microsoft should just get out. I mean, actually, they've been screwing up on a lot of things. Look at Skype.
This podcast being recorded on Skype. Of course. So I mean,
I know, but like we've had our share of problems. Is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Well, my question is, what's going? That's another thing. What's happening with this whole Xbox One to PC migration thing they were trying to start this year? They're going to talk about that more D3 too.
Wait, what are they?
How are they going to do that more? They've already made it a policy that Xbox One is not allowed to have its own exclusives. Everything has to go to PC.
Hey, leave PC out of this. PC deserves games.
Well, Microsoft is partly PC, so I mean...
I didn't bring it up in relation to Xbox. Microsoft did.
Yeah, you're right. So, any wishes from anyone?
Bring Scarebound back.
They announced...
I mean, that's entirely possible, actually. I've heard rumors that they are planning on reviving the project with an entirely new dev team behind it.
Scalebound by BioWare.
Oh, God. What? Wait. Would that mean that we'd actually get to fuck the dragon in that one?
Sure,
yes.
Why not?
But,
if you don't do it, you can't beat the game.
And my ideal announcement would be that they have decided they care so little about Xbox One having exclusives that Killer Instinct, Ori, Sunset Overdrive, and are coming to PS4 and Switch.
I kind of like how you just sort of trailed off there. I'd just be happy if Killer Instinct came to Steam. Honestly, that I'd like to see. Keep the crossplay in there. Just put that fucker on Steam because the Windows Store is an abomination. Also, please don't cancel Cuphead. So God help me, please don't. Microsoft, come on, you guys, you made them.
Cuphead? I mean,
it's being made by an indie studio, but
they're sponsoring it.
They're paying for it. It's like Nintendo level involvement. Nintendo and Bayonetta 4 or Bayonetta 2. Right?
It's the Microsoft what Bayonetta 2 is to Nintendo, but I mean, the good news is Microsoft cares so little. Maybe it'll come to PS4 someday. They might just decide they don't care.
Maybe.
So, Bethesda?
Yeah, Bethesda. I mean, the obvious answer there is the new Colossus. Right?
Why would Team Eco reveal a game at Bethesda's conference?
It's a good one. But, yeah, that's where I think it's going. I think it's going to be a... I think that's going to be their big reveal, the new Wolfenstein game, because Doom is doing well, and it just came out last year, so I don't think they're going to announce a new one of those.
Yeah, John wants a new Elder Scrolls, but I think that's still going to be...
Oh, no, they keep on saying that's going to be, like, way off.
Going to come out. I was like, really?
I mean, I want to see a new Elder Scrolls, and yes, I want it in... I think it's Elsewhere. I want it to take place. I want it to take place in Elsewhere and where the Wood Elves are from too, because they're right next to each other.
Right.
I mean, it would be like the first game that had 2 continents. You know?
Okay.
Maybe 2 different storylines. I would love that. But I'm probably the only one in here who likes Elder Scrolls, so.
I like Elder Scrolls.
I didn't hate it. It's just not in a genre I like.
Dari, aren't you the one that like went into an area that had enemies 10 times harder than they ever could be, and then you quit?
No, he just got angry because the PS3... I thought it was because the PS3 version had the most glitches.
It did.
Wasn't that the one Neko played originally, though?
Yeah, and I 100%ed it. And I actually 100%ed it on the PS4 as well.
Are you gonna 100% it on Switch?
Stay
guess,
tuned.
but there is no 100%. There's still no achievements in that system, right?
I've heard like. Well, actually, you should probably save that for.
Nintendo.
Actually, no. There's no reason to save it. That's going to take.
I mean,
up
is
so much
Nintendo going to
time.
be in this podcast? What?
Yes,
yeah,
of
they
course
are.
it is. This
Of
is the
course it is.
predictions one, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
the prediction one could be for everything then, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
Nintendo. I mean, they're going to get like 90% of it. So yes, they're going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Only 90%.
Like I said in the
Sony
showcast.
something.
Nintendo too big to be contained by 90% of this podcast. We need more.
That's why they're getting their own podcast for the actual conference.
Yeah, with its fucking 30-minute direct. We're
Pretty
going to
sure they
spend
said-
I'm gonna be spending 6 hours talking about a 30-minute direct. Fuck me.
Well, now you know how Game Explain feels.
Jesus.
Don't compare me to those hacks with this fucking I don't know accent over here. What the hell is he even supposed to be?
Well, I can make a 10-hour video trying to figure it out.
You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will make a 10-hour video trying to find out what the guy from Game Explain is supposed to be.
Then I come in at the end of it and say I googled it and tell you what he is.
Pretty
Yeah, that
much.
sounds about right.
Okay, so for Bethesda, I know it's early, but just as a show of faith, just one like 10-second title trailer for Doom 2 just to confirm it exists, because that always makes me feel better.
Right. Like I said in the showcast, I like to see a new IP, actually. See something else Bethesda can do.
When was the last time it was just Dishonored?
Yeah, Dishonored and Evil Within, I believe, were the last two big ones.
I mean, Prey was a reboot. Does that count?
No.
No, I mean it
Because
was
the
it was totally different from like the previous games though. It was basically like a reboot in name only.
Mm.
They just reused the name on an entirely new game.
Well, they almost did that with Doom, but didn't, thank God.
That's true. Wait, you don't want to play Call of Doom, D?
Oh, God. That's painful.
Oh yeah, they actually leaked video footage of that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, yeah, it was like they were in a city riding. They had a platoon going after demons in their like turret truck.
The demons look generic as fuck. They didn't even look like Doom.
What
the
game are we
Doom-
talking about? I just
The,
want
the canceled Doom 4.
Yeah, Doom 4 was originally going to be Doom in name only and basically be Call of Duty with generic demons, and then I'm just assuming Doom guy crossed dimensions and personally destroyed all work done on it.
Pretty much. I mean, I know what I'd like Bethesda to do, but I have, like, no faith that it'll ever happen.
What is it?
What's
So
that?
they own id Software now, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I actually did some research on this back during Side B. And frankly, what I would like to see would be a new Commander Keen game.
I mean, I'd like that too. It's
No, I'm not saying that no one else would want it. I'm just saying that I don't think they're gonna do it, but that would be fucking awesome.
Well, maybe Nintendo could try to get them to like maybe they could co-fund it.
I mean, that would work. I mean, just throw in a bunch of references to the old games. Make sure they got, like, the chalky-ass pale skin and not, like, what the fuck they did to him in 2001 on that Game Boy Color game. Like, seriously, what the fuck was that supposed to be?
That was a Game Boy Color sprite. I don't think it's really fair to judge artistic.
Did you see the box art?
Box art isn't always. I mean, have you seen the box art of Mega Man?
Oh God, I just picked likes that.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bad box art teen. You should like him. And he looks like he's getting ready to go on Nick Arcade.
I thought he looked kind of like if they did an episode of Webster that was supposed to riff on Star Wars. That's what the Commander Keen on the Game Boy Color game looks like to me. Look like fucking Webster.
Yeah. Also, Commander Keen Classic Complete would be nice. Aside from that Game Boy Color game, I don't think it's ever been on console.
I mean, yeah, I mean they do currently have all the games available on PC, so yeah, I'd be fine with those getting console ports. Might be a little hard to do in some cases, but I think they could work it out. Maybe they could even get Keen Dreams on there as well. The unofficial Commander Keen game.
And the Nintendo version can have that DOS port of Mario 3 as a bonus.
God, that would be pretty cool. I'm sure that Neko's excited for the other rumors I've heard about, though.
What is that?
Fallout 4 VR and Skyrim VR. Are you excited, Neko?
Wait, why Skyrim VR?
Why not?
Because you can be the
Dovahkiin.
You can take the arrow to the knee.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I don't even. I mean, I'm gonna get Skyrim on Switch because it's Skyrim on the go.
Right.
But VR is probably where I would draw the line and say no.
Well, it is first person in Skyrim, so it makes sense.
I think VR is so stupid. I'm sorry.
I mean, I agree with you, but go on. Anyone else have anything to say about Bethesda?
I think they need to have a whole clip show of what have we've actually done, because there's not too much stuff.
I mean,
that actually did.
I mean, you're gonna have
in the last 10 years.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific there, because it seems like more than what Bethesda's actually done is more like what they've acquired. Oh yeah. Also, a lot of people think the Evil Within 2 is happening. So.
Also, I'm just gonna have to take this quick cheap shot. Played through Breath of the Wild for 100 hours, never encountered a single glitch.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
Zelda, the new Zelda is basically Skyrim with no glitches.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, it's also twice as big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it sold more copies on Switch than...
Yeah, that is the best thing ever. It had a more than 100% attach rate.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, people bought Zelda before they bought the Switch.
I want a Switch and Zelda. We're sold out of Switches. Oh, what the hell? Give me Zelda anyway.
Pretty much.
Okay, so now moving on to what I'm sure everyone is dying to hear my opinion about, the PC gaming show.
I only have one wish for this thing, and that it will finally surpass Konami's 2010 E3 presentation, which I still say is the greatest thing that E3 has ever produced in its entire history.
Mm-hmm.
Now you may have heard certain rumors in previous years, and there is a game we think all of you have been waiting what feels like half of a lifetime for. So we have, and we know
we're not going to leave you for dead.
And we know that it's been that if you take the portal back to a couple years, once or twice, we were Google bombed to make it appear as though we were announcing this game. But as they say, third time's the charm. So we present to you these new Dota hats.
God.
I just hope we get some more
Dota
ports
up
from
to.
old ports.
I don't think they're going to talk about that at the TC
Yeah,
Games show.
I'm sure those will happen, but they're probably not going to be at their E3 presentation.
I mean, it's just...
We're going to hear about the new AMD and Intel.
Apparently, Intel is handling the whole thing this year instead of AMD, so I'm not sure how it's going to go down, because AMD was the worst. I remember the first PC gaming show, and I remember being really excited. Then I actually watched it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
It was targeted towards me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Trying to get people who ain't never wanted to play on PC to buy a PC. Just like how Sony's plan to make the PS4 Pro involved them making a machine that would be obsolete 6 months before it actually got released in order to court PC gamers to buy their new hunk of shit.
Well, the important thing is that...
It's dying?
Yeah. I hope it is. No one's talking about it, at least. Everyone's focused on Scorpio, except everyone.
God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
So, Dari, what do you think will happen on the PC gaming show?
Well, I think some people are going to overclock their PCs so hard that then it blow up, and then the PC gaming show is going to be like delayed for like 20 minutes while they fix that. And we might see some PC exclusive games, which I don't think is going to happen.
Some PC what games?
Exclusive games.
What the hell is a PC exclusive game?
Undertale?
They're not going to show... Okay, what the hell is a PC exclusive game they'd be willing to show at E3?
Probably one of those simulation games.
Oh yeah, Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator 2017 or 18 or where we're at now.
Big Rig 2.
What? Dari doesn't know what year it is. We have come.
No, I don't know what year the simulations are. I forgot to go the year ahead. The next year.
No, they call it. No, it's the year because it happens in like June.
But yeah, my ideal PC gaming show wish is that they hold a seance to bring back the vengeful spirit of high-tech entertainment.
I mean, everyone knows they just consolidated into high voltage, right? And now they torture everyone, not just PC gaming. They've gotten more powerful.
High-tech made console games too.
Yeah, I know, but like, how many?
Quite a few, actually. Their PC games were just even worse.
Well, doesn't that just beat all?
Like the worst SNES game I've ever played is by High Tech.
Oh yeah, Beethoven.
Yep.
That beat out.
That beat out Pink Goes to Hollywood after about 5 minutes of playtime.
Wow.
A new record.
So, ready to move on to Ubisoft for the next 30 seconds?
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. So,
I have one thing to say about Ubisoft.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me Rayman or go to hell. Although I've been informed that this trade show will use a little word called please.
Jesus.
So, yeah, big rumors are going out that they've leaked the existence of the Mario and Rabbids RPG, which apparently at one point in development, including a boss fight, which had a rabbit dressed up as Donkey Kong, who attacked you by dabbing, and the only way to kill him was by having the rabbit that was dressed up like Princess Peach take a selfie with him as he falls off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about that sentence makes me want to die.
Uh-huh.
I just hope there are enough. I just hope they do a fidget spinner amiibo for it.
It's like...
I think some an amiibo machine in rumors about that game, too, so I don't know.
It's like after the Super Mario Brothers movie, Nintendo said, you know what, we're not going to license shit out to people anymore. This is probably a bad idea. And then one of the first things they decide to license Mario out to is a fucking Rabbids game.
Over a decade ago. We've been through this. Mario has appeared in lots of random games by third-party developers in addition to other Nintendo franchises.
Okay, but was he like the main star? Like, was his name in it?
Yeah, Dance Dance Revolution, Mario Mix, Mario 3-on-3, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Alright, fair enough. But I mean, it's kind of weird that they decided... I mean, I thought Nintendo said that they only needed one RPG series for Mario anyway.
No, they said they only needed one that played the same. If this is a strategy RPG, it doesn't play like any of the Mario RPGs, and they aren't making it anyway.
I'm just not happy about this at all.
So there, no fidget spinner raging. I shot everything down in like 30 seconds, just like I promised.
One thing I do want is Prince of Persia on PS4.
Okay, but only if it plays like the original games.
4 Sands of Time.
No, the original games.
Okay, it needs to play like the Forgotten Sands on Wii. I replayed that recently, and it is the best Prince of Persia game by a wide margin.
No, the best Prince of Persia game is the original one. I am not.
Keep following those pits all day.
Have you played the Wii Sands or Forgotten Sands?
I don't need to. I played the original game. That's the only Prince of Persia game that needs to exist.
I think you should go to the...
Can you resume it?
And we're back. Jesus Christ, I hate this thing. Okay, so yeah, what were you saying about Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands on the Wii?
It's the best game in the series. It has like the stuff you can do in it. You can actually have a power that's basically like the Cloud suit in Mario Galaxy 2. It has a lot more variety than the other Sands of Time games, and a lot more platforming. It doesn't feel anywhere near as scripted.
All right, fair enough.
What were we talking about? I was talking to John. Sorry.
Ubisoft.
Oh. Oh, you mean the one who made that Mario Rabbit game?
Yes.
Yes. You spoke about that already.
You know, it's funny. I've never really been
down.
into the company. I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing I know they make is Assassin's Creed and the Rapid games and Rayman.
Rayman.
Raymond.
Everybody loves Rayman.
They make Far Cry and Watch Dogs. That's probably dead.
Oh yeah, don't forget about The Crew too.
Yes.
Does that even exist?
Yes, it does. It does exist, in fact.
It does exist.
It does, in fact, exist.
I'm just going, well...
Is that a good game or a bad game?
It's terrible.
It is an inconsequential game. I do not think its existence will impact my life in any way.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll repeat for Ubisoft, survival horror game with the Assassin's Creed glitch characters. Just freaking do it.
I think there's rumored that we're going to see another Assassin's Creed game too.
No, that's been confirmed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Far Cry 5.
Right. Yeah, this year, I have to say that there are a lot of pre-E3 announcements this year. It's kind of...
It seems to become from the thing the last couple of years, actually.
The entire show has to be about Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, that's why it's only 30 minutes to go talk about Mario Odyssey and be like, oh, let's go to New Dog City, guys. Okay, we're done.
New Dog City.
Yes.
Dear Journal, I moved to New Dog City from Bloatsburg. New Dog City.
He moved to New Dog City from Little Big Planet or Floatsburg.
To Ponyville?
No.
No, that's where Dari's moving. He didn't want to tell us because he didn't want us to be sad during his last podcast.
Oh no, he's gonna keep doing it from Ponyville.
Maybe we'll get to meet some of his new friends. His new magical friends. His new magical pony friends.
Okay, so, Dari, what do you have to say about Ubisoft?
I'm gonna miss Aisha Tyler because she's not gonna be there this year.
Yeah, I'm sad about that too. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, at least she's working.
I actually like her.
Yeah, she's very funny.
She used to be on Talk Soup.
Yep.
And a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I think she still does the new Who's Lines anyway.
Is that still on?
I believe so.
Huh. Well, that's good. I know that she's still on Archer.
I know she was an Archer.
She's
We're
Lana
talking about Ubisoft and we're talking about Elisa.
Well, Aisha Tyler used to be the host for last.
Elisa Tyler is the best thing about.
She is.
Well, I mean, she was my favorite thing during most of them. She actually made Just Dance tolerable.
I mean, what are we supposed to talk about? Assassin's Creed?
I mean, are
they going to talk about Just Dance this year?
Of course they are. Just Dance is like their big property. It's gonna be their big Nintendo
maybe
game.
they'll announce a Lisa Tyler game. Would anybody buy that?
I would. I totally would.
Dari, it's not a dating sim. That's BioWare's territory.
It doesn't have to be a dating sim. I play Aisha Tyler. That's like just like every video game bird.
You wouldn't mind a non-romantic hentai?
Isn't that what a visual novel is? Most of what they was pretending to be.
I mean, the way
you're not playing the Phoenix Wright series correctly.
Wait, so you mean I don't get to date Francisca Van Karma? What a jip!
I like the whip.
Rarity will be happy to hear that.
I was just for the ride.
It was just for the rhyme. It was just for the rhyme, he says.
Oh, and one thing we haven't talked about, South Park is fractured but whole.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they end up reconsidering implementing de novo into the PC version of that, although...
Maybe they can set another record.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean... Yeah, Tekken 7's the current champion on that one, beating out Resident Evil 7 by an entire day now.
Sounds like it's dying if both records were set this year.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't understand it, but someone has to, right?
Maybe.
Okay, so ready to move on to Icepick's favorite company?
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Ah, yes. Sorny.
I know you're still upset that they stopped Magnet Box from making systems, but you have to get over it.
I think I know a genuine Panaphonics when I see one, Ki.
I think I know a genuine 3D Zero when I see one. And look, there's Odysseus and Polystation.
God.
Okay, so for Sony's conference, my ideal wish, and I do not expect this to happen, is that they basically walk out and say that the new God of War has been completely changed and will actually be a God of War game.
That'd be great.
That'd be alright. I don't know what I really want from Sony, because Sony first-party games, the only one I can think of is Ratchet & Clank, and I don't think a new one is going to come out anytime soon.
Well, Neko, I mean, we're just going to talk about everything Sony does, which is like 67% third-party shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we're going to be doing Capcom, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, if you don't mind me going in there. I'm just going to say that if they lead me to believe that that leak is real, then yeah, I'm not getting the game.
I'm not getting the game either if that leak is real. That fucking
fucking leak is terrible.
It really is. Like, that can't be all of it. I believe that might be part of the list, not all of it.
No, I think it's the real deal. I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah, they are screwing up if it is.
Capcom can fuck off with that.
They fucked up.
They did. Oh well, at least they're releasing the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, right?
Except not on anything Nintendo.
Is it going to be on PC first?
It's going to be on... It's coming out on everything at the same time.
Oh.
The PS4 and the Xbox One versions are getting physical copies, though, so...
It's time. I mean, there's a good chance the Mega Man cartoon game exists. Just reveal it already.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm Mondo to the maximum. Batical.
I don't care what the Mega Man cartoon is like. Just make a decent game, or at least make a game so the series still exists and we can stop this Mega Man is dead forever meme. And there's so many franchises that we had less reason to believe would come back that did. Franchises that are not only have not only been popular for decades, but their owner is still pimping them out every way they can, do not die permanently.
It's true. I mean, look at Ghosts and Goblins. Speaking of Ghosts and Goblins, remember the other project leak?
Oh yeah, you saw that stupid rumor too, huh?
I saw the screenshot and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wait,
what is
screenshot? I didn't see a screenshot.
Yes, they had a screenshot. And I was like,
Okay,
oh my god,
I need you to find that, but I'll tell KI what the rumor is.
Okay.
Okay, so going back to the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite leak. Now, apparently, the reason that both Arthur and Firebrand are both in the game is because they're hiring Capcom Vancouver to do a full reboot of the series. And here's the kicker. It's going to take place in the 1970s.
That would be incredible.
This is like fucking Bionic Commando 2009 levels of missing the fucking point.
Okay, in that case, I demand the weapon you need to really beat it be his love interest soul.
Or a disco ball.
Yes, a disco ball.
Her soul in a disco ball.
Okay, fair enough. And it does 0 damage.
Yeah, so that is
but it somehow kills everything on the screen at once.
That just sounds really stupid, but...
If it is real day one purchase...
God. But yeah, that is the current rumor that is floating around. Another rumor is that apparently... Capcom is flirting with the idea of doing a new Darkstalkers game, which, you know, I immediately looked at that and I'm like, fucking bullshit. Come on.
Pretty much.
Don't fuck with us.
Don't fuck with me anymore. I'm a broken man. I'm punished, Icepick. I'm a patriot without a franchise.
Icepick, the only way we can get our Darkstalkers fixed is if they add them to Marvel vs. Capcom.
And it looks like that's not going to happen.
I know. I mean... if that was true,
the rumor says we're going to have a Darkstalkers versus Fantastic Four thing, which is going to give us all
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't even know.
Who are they going to pick for that?
Okay, like the Mario Rabbids crossover, that's so stupid it's almost believable.
I think they said
is the video game actually losing its mind?
Yes.
Yes.
And the other DLC pack's going to be obviously
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Which included, I believe, the original. I remember back when the rumor for that included Chun-Li as a DLC character, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Capcom wouldn't have the balls to do that.
No, they wouldn't.
And no, they didn't. So
yeah, they did.
Maybe Akuma, though. Maybe they'll have the balls to put Akuma in as DLC.
Well, they did in Street Fighter 5, so I can do it in Marvel Capcom Infinite.
Oh yeah, you got a point there.
Wait, weren't you... Well, they had to take him out because apparently having more than 2 Shotos, like every Street Fighter game ever made, would have ruined it.
Apparently.
Wait, you're telling me that Street Fighter 2 Turbo had more than 2 Shotos?
Ryu, Ken, Sagat.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, well, I've seen people like, oh, well, will Sagat ever be in Street Fighter 5? They're like, no.
Well, now the current rumor is that he's going to be in Season 3 along with Sea Viper, Sakura, so, two Shotos in a... Yeah, Oro, Necro, and Q, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So yeah, Sodom has been fucked, just like I figured. So
wait, what is this for? 5?
Yeah, 5 Season 3. And apparently they're also going to be making a Super Street Fighter V, which will include the arcade mode and extra battle. And the reason
that would be though.
I hope that's free for people who have already bought.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it
yeah,
is,
it could be
but,
free
like,
update.
I just say that calling it Super Street Fighter V may actually be the dumbest thing they've ever done, because wasn't that the first thing they announced? There will be no Super Street Fighter V. Fucking
Right.
2 years later. Just kidding.
I mean, if it's
Oh,
free,
come
though,
on.
then
They've
if it's
always
free-
done that, Icepick. Look at Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 2.
And if Super Street Fighter V is free, then no one actually has any right to complain.
we are probably
Get
going
the
to
free
get an
update.
arcade edition of 5 and an Ultra or Ultimate or something. Or a Turbo, Super Turbo.
Super Street Fighter 5 Turbo, Ultimate, 2017, 2018 edition.
Yeah, you know what speaking of like third parties that have been covered elsewhere, you know what I think is going to show up?
What's that?
That
Batman Arkham game.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Sony or Microsoft or
Yeah.
but I feel like that'd be an exclusive
Microsoft
for somebody.
doesn't care.
I feel like Microsoft would try to steal the exclusive for that for some reason.
I mean, it'll be on Xbox, but no one will buy it.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about Call of Duty World War II.
Oh yeah, God.
We talked about Call of Duty World War II. Moving on.
Okay. See, Atlas announced today that they're bringing over the latest Vanillaware game, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, I believe it's called.
I've never heard of that.
How's that play?
It's a mecha game. Nobody knows. They just say that it's a mecha game and it's from Vanillaware, so your guess is as good as mine. Here's the thing that pisses me off about it, though, because you know it's going to be shown off at the Sony thing, especially since they were hinting at the fact that they were going to have a bunch of Japanese games. But here's the thing that pisses me off about it.
Okay.
For the Western release, they said platforms to be announced. Fuck off and die, Atlas. Fuck off a cliff and die. You don't get to fuck around with my hopes and dreams no more. Fuck you. Fuck your parent company Sega for not fucking you in the ass until you finally relent and put your old ass shit from the PSP era on the fucking PC, and fuck you again. Fuck your shit. Vanillaware wants to put their shit on PC, but the fucking archaic fossil assholes over at Atlas Japan are so fucking retarded they wouldn't know a free lunch if it fucked them in the ass and slapped their wives in the face while fucking their grandchildren. Pieces of shit. There, now I've had a long delusional rant in all 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
Woo! I did it! We did it!
Don't worry, they will. Since Atlas doesn't want to, they will be hiring High Voltage to port their games to PC.
And tell me about it.
Let's see. Speaking of that, I like if they announce some more Ys re-releases for PS4. I don't know if that's big enough to be mentioned at their E3 conference.
Yeah, because they didn't
Probably not.
mention, like, Ys Origin at a conference, did they? Oh, wait. Yeah, they
It
did.
wasn't E3, although...
Yeah, but it was a
better than-
PlayStation. It was a PlayStation experience. So.
Oh, yeah, and I was going to say it was
Yeah.
better than their 2016 E3, but that was a low bar.
I mean, yeah,
That's
pretty
a real low
much.
bar.
So yeah, Ys, Memories of Celceta and Oath of Felghana, PS4, make it happen.
Memories of Celceta might be hard. Oath of Felghana they could do. The thing is, though, is that I'm kind of looking at this from a logical standpoint. And I'm going to go into... This is actually something I was thinking about the other day. So,
Okay.
here are the Ys games that you can currently get on PlayStation platforms if you own the Vita and the PS4.
Okay, that's
Hold-
no one
hold-
owns a Vita.
Let me finish. On Vita, you can get Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, Oath and Felghana. You can get...
Need for Speed.
Jesus. Need for Speed Payback.
Yeah.
at the
That was
EA
the
booth, which we didn't mention before.
Did you guys all hear that?
Yes, we did. Why do you think we were making jokes? Why do you think we were making fun of it? Okay, but
Remember I told you I live right next to an elementary school and people still speak.
yeah, that sounded like it sounds more like you live next to Daytona. Anyway,
There's a picture. There's a screenshot for the Ghosts and Goblins thing. I found it. Finally.
holy fuck, are you kidding me? This doesn't look anything... Is this Ghost Rider? What the fuck? Is this Taxi Driver?
Why is there a silhouette of Sonic watermarked on it?
I don't know.
It's from GBA Temp, apparently.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck even is that? Anyway, okay, let me start over because I've clearly lost my train of thought here. So on the Vita,
you get Ghostbusters remake we needed.
So PS Vita, you got Ys 1 and 2, Oath and Felghana. You've got 7, Memories of Celceta, and technically Origin as of the 30th. PS4, you got Origin. 8's coming to both of them. The only modern game that's currently available on a non-PlayStation platform at this time in a way that like someone could reasonably buy it is Ark of Nepishtim. Now, obviously, Oath and Felghana would...
I didn't hear you, actually. What did you say it was?
Ark and Nepishtim.
Okay.
This E6. The game that Neko's currently playing and hating.
I see.
Because he hates Ys games.
Wait, I'm hating it?
Yeah, you said you were, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I said I was liking it.
You said you hated the platforming.
That's the... I hated one thing. I hated the whole game.
Yes.
Yes.
You even told me it was stupid.
Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
Isn't Memories of Celceta also E6?
No, Memories of Celceta is Ys 4. It's...
No, but...
You're cutting out, Neko. No, I'm kidding. You're just like making these like sounds. It's like
clarification.
Yeah.
What you said.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
No, say it.
Clarification.
Yes.
Okay.
About the jumping in
right.
6.
Well, yeah, and they do fix it in the later games in that series.
Yes, but it is stupid.
It is stupid. Yes, it is. Okay. So, Ark of Nepishtim would probably be the game that would make the most sense to port over there, just because like the last time it was available on there was physically on the PS2 and the shitty PSP port, which didn't even get a digital release, which is okay because it was shitty anyway.
I really just want a compilation of all the PSP/Vita Ys games on PS4.
I mean, that could work too. I think if Falcom's gonna do anything, since they're having Xseed port the latest Legends of Heroes games, Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 to Steam, I really think those are gonna get ported back to PS4 so that you can have like the whole trilogy on PS4 when that comes out.
Well, let's bring up the elephant in the room. Are they going to talk about PS5 at E3?
No, they're going to talk about the Vita 2, which will finally, once and for all, kill the Nintendo DS.
No, they are going to talk about the PlayStation Swap.
The PlayStation Swatch, you mean?
Yes, PlayStation Swatch. It is a new original concept with attachable controllers. And it's fully portable. You can hook it up to a TV. It launches.
It'll be 4K.
It launches with Blood Born of the Wild.
Born of the Wild.
Born of the Wild.
We've also got this new concept game releasing for it called Legs.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, we don't expect our games to have.
If this thing doesn't sell a mint by day 0, we're gonna give up on it.
Until N8, then we'll copy that.
Yep.
Yep. It's pretty sad.
If we're actually gonna what they're actually gonna do is gonna bring back the Move, and we call it the Move 2.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, see, here's what I want if Sony does end up ripping off the Switch, which, you know, what am I saying? If more like when Sony rips off the Nintendo Switch, you know what I want them to actually do with it?
What's that?
So you know how on the Switch you got like the two Joy-Cons?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Joy-Cons, you just got like two DualShock 3. You got one DualShock 3 on each end of it. The entire fucking controller. The giant ass thing. It's portable, but like the screen's the size.
Is it gonna be called the Dual Shocker?
Oh dear God.
Oh, that.
No. The code name for this one is PlayStation 2 in the pink, PlayStation 1 in the stink.
It's not backwards compatible at all.
Oh, of course. I mean, no one cares about old games, Dari. Now, buy the new Parappa the Rapper remastered and the Crash Bandicoot remastered collection. You fucking plebe.
Backwards compatible at launch. They will say backwards compatibility is last gen, then they will add it to new ones 2 years later.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crash. I will give Sony's 2016 E3 credit for one thing. The Crash remaster trilogy looks pretty fantastic.
Yeah, you see, Gamatsu actually gave me a heart attack today.
Hey, how so?
So I'm looking at my phone, right, and you know I get my Twitter feed on there. So, like they send me alerts for certain accounts that I like to follow, right? Gamatsu is one of them. So it says on there, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy announced for ... and I'm like, holy shit, what could this mean? I click it, announced for Japan to release August 8th, and I'm like, fuck you, Gamatsu.
That's so cool.
It's like, fuck you.
Announced for Microsoft Games for Windows Live.
Oh, God. Yeah,
God.
the de novo of its time. God damn it. I hate that fucking thing.
I'm pretty sure in the Crash game they would use N-Novo.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so for Sony stuff, okay, Sony, if you want me to consider this a success, have at least 2 of these games. Bloodborne 2, Jack 4, Sly 5, Ratchet & Clank Remastered and a half 2, or whatever you're calling it, Spyro Remastered Trilogy.
Spider-Man this year?
That would be nice, but I mean, the game's already announced. To really get me excited for E3 shows, it has to be new games.
Okay, fair enough. Continue.
Okay.
Let's see, what else could they do? Twisted Metal Apology.
That's what they should call it!
Apologies.
Twisted Metal Apology from the Damned.
God of War, God of Forgiveness, and let's see, one for Jammer Lammy.
I was just gonna mention that too. I want an HD.
Yeah, I want the I want a remastered version of Jamalami too, and I want them.
I want a sequel too.
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. But what I want out of that is I want them to have both the version with Hell and the island in it, and you should be able to switch between them. Because that cutscene was fucking hilarious where she died. She slips on a banana peel and goes to hell. That's like something that I'd say would happen to Dari.
Are you like getting like the gameplay you had with Dari during Street Fighter 5 and Birdie?
Oh yeah, when he slipped on a banana peel after he hit B trigger. That was the best. I'm wondering if SNK is going to announce anything, because if they do, it would probably be at the Sony thing, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're just sort of playing their cards right. They just they're putting KOF 14 in the arcade on PC, so I wouldn't expect to hear anything about a new game until the following year, but who knows?
Unless they're trying to get a new Samurai Showdown on PS4.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we'll get the Samurai Showdown announcement until 2018, but yeah, new Metal Slug would be nice. I'd be cool with
I
that.
like that.
and some update on Final Fantasy VII Remake would be nice. I know it's probably not going to make it out until late 2018 in the best case scenario, but just some window of time beyond. Well, we hope to have it out by 2020.
That was the greatest thing Square Enix has ever said.
I thought the best thing they ever said was they put their original Final Fantasy VII on PS4.
No, that's the best thing they ever did. The best thing they ever said was, we hope to have Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 out by 2020. That is like the lowest standards I have ever heard. It's like you could hear an entire fan base's nutsack shrivel up after hearing that statement. It was the greatest thing I have ever heard. Like, fangirls' ovaries dried out. They became like raisins instantaneously upon hearing the fact that they would have to wait until probably 2020 when they're like 40 years old, dead and being eaten by the 7 cats they named after Sora, to find out about, until the next time they can flick their bean to that Haley Joel Osment voiced piece of shit.
Well, I mean, we've been waiting this long. I'm at the point where it's like, well, we're waiting this long, might as well keep waiting.
Oh, what else are you going to do?
You're right.
Yeah, it's like that time where Persona 5 got delayed, and it's like, we're saying to Dari, why don't you play something else? It's like, no. My heart belongs to Persona.
Okay, actually, I know there is one specific thing I want Square Enix to announce.
Okay.
Tomb Raider Reboot 3.
Yeah, okay.
Another reboot of Tomb Raider?
No,
Really?
he's talking about the third game in the current
Tomb Raider reboot series.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you know what I want them to announce?
Oh,
Busta Groove 3.
Onhinder?
Yeah.
That's not what I said. But
Musashi.
that would also be nice.
I would love to have a Brave Musashi reboot.
Oh,
No, wait.
I know what I want from Square.
What's that?
Remastered versions of Busta Groove.
I want
Wait,
sequels. Am I muted?
No?
You were cutting out a little.
Of course I was. No, I was saying Busta Groove 3.
Yeah,
But now that I think about it, I'll go with something more obscure. Evo 2. Well, actually, it's Evo 3 now. Yeah, Evo, the Search for Eden. You know, that fucking game where you're a fish.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. That's like one of the best Enix games.
I like a real ActRaiser 2 and another game in the Soul Blazer series.
That would be cool.
I want to see the Shinken Zetsu thing that's going to be on Switch be confirmed for the West.
Well, that's going to take
going
them.
to happen at Sony's conference.
Well,
Dar's like, well, Nintendo Switch's announcements are too big to stay in their own conference.
Oh yeah, that's why they announced Pokken Tournament DX today.
Yeah, okay, so the fact that people were actually surprised by that kind of kills my faith in humanity.
Well, no, they're just like, oh, well, we want to hear Pokemon stuff. Then they said Pokken. It's like, oh.
What do you mean they weren't disappointed? They're like, holy shit, Pokken's coming to Switch, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They had like arcade exclusive characters. Of course they were gonna make a new port. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Oh no, because
You're all stupid.
One of those shows for the Facebook was like, oh, I never been deflated that quickly before. After
No,
seeing
people were complaining that it wasn't Pokemon Gen 8 the freaking year after Gen 7.
Even I wasn't that stupid. I'm just glad that Pokemon Stars doesn't exist.
people are mad about that too. Like Pokemon Stars, like Pokemon Ultra Sun.
What the hell was Pokemon Stars?
Pokemon Stars was the speculated third game in the Sun and Moon franchise because they always name it after some stupid ass shit. And basically, it's just like an enhanced version of the previous game, only I think they mix up like which Pokemon you can get in that version. Although, you know, if they were just doing a single version on Switch, probably makes sense if you could like get all of them on there.
They have, I mean, they don't use the names people expect anymore, though. They haven't like they started like trolling people with expected names.
Yeah, like X,
and
Y,
the one thing
and
everybody
Z.
kept saying on the Switch thing is like the sun's a star.
The sun's a star.
If they were actually going to make a third logical name, I think you suggested this Pokemon Eclipse would be best.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the best name, but because it's so good, Nintendo would never use it.
Exactly.
Well, they might use it for a different gen.
Yeah, you got a point there. Pokemon HBO. No, wait, Pokemon Skinamax.
Yes.
There we go. Now there's the Pokemon game I'm looking for.
Might as well make it official. Are we in Nintendo now?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I think we already did our wish list for Sony. Okay, let's see. Predictions. Well, obviously we're going to see shit about Super Mario Odyssey. That goes without saying.
Mm-hmm.
That will probably be what the direct focuses on the most.
Pretty much.
Well,
the fact that it's only 30 minutes really pisses me off, but I guess that explains why they're only focusing on Switch stuff and not the new Kirby 25th anniversary game, which is a fucking multiplayer game. God damn it, Nintendo! You fucked me with the last time with a fucking 3DS game.
New Kirby platformer last year.
I demand more.
You're on a ranting like marathon, aren't you?
He's doing these things. He's pretty much ranting the stuff he couldn't say in the other two podcasts and this one.
Yeah, I had to hold back on after I got on that fidget spinner thing. I kind of had to lay low for a while. And also inside B, everyone was yelling the entire time, so it was kind of like I didn't really get a chance to go all out
there. There was no chance for him to do anything
because everyone was yelling, and that made me feel awkward. It's kind of like when you're going to the bathroom in a public place.
I think you're killing Dari.
And then someone walks in there and like it slams the door, and it's like a second ago you had to pee really bad, but then it's like it almost dries up when you hear that door slam, and it's like you have to leave the bathroom and go back 5 minutes later after the guy leaves.
Yeah.
That's how I felt during Side B.
So you were relieving yourself?
Yes. I am literally pissing all over you.
All over Dari. Don't you?
Well, mostly Dari. I guess you two can get some of the splash over.
I'm not. No, I'm not getting any. I'm just filming it so I can use the P tape for blackmail later.
Oh, God.
The joke's on you. Dari's not a 12-year-old girl anymore.
I was?
11. Oh no, you're going to be.
Well then, Icepick will get in trouble.
So are you saying that Dari's a big kid now?
Let's see. So back to Nintendo Conference. Yes, Mario Odyssey. I know I said I get more excited for games that aren't announced yet, but I mean this is an exception. Just seeing more of it. I've waited a long time, like 1 year away from Mario drought levels for a new Mario platformer. So this is a really, really big deal for me.
Just as a brief note here, KI did not count Super Mario Maker as a new Mario game.
Interestingly enough, if it had launched with the 3DS version's levels, I probably would have.
Fair enough. I'm just saying that, like, for anyone who wonders out there why you were worried about Mario hitting a drought, that's why he didn't count.
But we got Super Mario 3D World.
That'll be
that was
when Mario
like,
Odyssey comes out, it'll be 4 years old. The second half of the Mario drought was the second. Actually, we did hit we hit one half of the Mario drought levels because it wasn't even. One half was 6 years, one half was 4 years. Anyway, it'll have been 4 years. Finally, a new Mario that is incredibly significant to me. I have been trying not to get my hopes up for other stuff. I want everything else to be a bonus surprise. I mean, obviously, I'm expecting to see Xenoblade 2, and I'm sure we will.
Again, that's another game that's been announced. Didn't they say that was going to hit this year in at least Japan?
Yeah.
It actually said it was going to hit this year here also.
Wow. Man, Treehouse has got its work cut out for him, huh?
Yeah, I'm not convinced that it'll actually make it, but I mean, it's possible, I guess. They have... I mean, if we look at the months they have lined up, we have ARMS in June, Splatoon 2 in July, that game Icepick can't get over in August, probably, Pokken DX in
September. Yeah, no, I love that they were advertising that as a fucking summer game when it comes out the second day of fall. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
And, probably Fire Emblem Warriors in October. Obviously Mario Odyssey in November. I mean,
oh yeah, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in November as well.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying that like they've got their bases covered there.
And then,
I do want to see more on the new the Fire Emblem Switch and the Shin Megami Tensei Switch, of course.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then Xenoblade X came out in December, so Xenoblade 2 in December isn't like unprecedented.
Just so long as it hits before on the right side of Christmas, I think that'll be all right.
Yeah, and it'll have better music. It'll be a JRPG again. Like the Xenoblade 2 trailer was, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
Hmm.
I'm hoping for a decent indie sizzle reel too for Switch.
Oh yeah, you know the sad thing is I think the indie sizzle reels are my favorite parts during the E3 conferences now. Is that sad?
Yes.
Kind of, because all the work that third parties and first parties are doing, like I want some indies.
Well, what's wrong with liking the
parties,
indies?
Sorry.
They are third parties.
Oh, they are, but I mean I mean the major third parties.
Jesus Christ, Dari.
He means the worthy, high-class third parties.
You know, I mean, what I'm basically saying, Icepick, is that these are the third...
These are the third parties that are in the right league of the, shall we say, race.
You know, God. You know, they're the third-party companies that aren't complete gutter trash, is what I'm trying to say.
They are riff-raff. Yeah, for indies, I still think Nintendo should bundle Undertale, Switch, and Mother 3 together. That would just... They should do that.
I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah. There are people who don't like either game, though. They're going to be like, I don't want to buy this together.
I mean, like I said, there's only one point of Undertale that I think would be hard to sort of put across on consoles.
It took like 2 or 3 years just to announce it, just redesign it into something else.
I'm just saying that, like, I don't know. I don't know how they could get that across without, like, scaring some people. Undertale broke my system, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Eternal Darkness pretended to break your system.
It did, but I mean, that was kind of insanity. Somewhat.
I mean, yeah, but that was back in the days where, you know, if you bricked your system, then people didn't really care.
I think people didn't care.
Well, they didn't make they didn't make a lot of noise about it.
There was a class action lawsuit against Sony back then.
Tomato, potato.
Jesus.
But
what do you think Tokyo is going to do this year? At E3 AI.
See?
Wait, what?
That's it, though?
Well, EAD Tokyo is one developer. They only make one game at a time. They're the 3D Mario team now, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be They're definitely going to be there. They're going to be the centerpiece, so we know what game they're showing.
That's true.
I mean, do you think... Go ahead.
Now you go ahead.
I was going to say, do you think that Splatoon 2 might actually get more press just due to the fact that it's probably going to be the most, well, not the most, but like, you know, the big upcoming title?
I I mean, they'll probably show some stuff of it, but I mean, they showed a lot of information before E3. I don't think they're going to focus on it much. They'll probably just give it another dedicated direct sometime in July.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Do you think ARM's going to see anything at E3?
What is?
ARMS.
Maybe a little bit. Coming out next week!
Well, actually, it's coming out that week.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, it comes out.
Coming out later this week on Fox.
Fox.
Yeah, so for stuff I would like to see, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but like if I had a wish
Fox.
Let's see, the two main games I want to see are Metroid and 2D Mario.
I would like to see the Metroid too. Like I said in the Cellcast, but nobody expect to understand before. I want something in the mainline series, not a spin-off.
The mainline Metroid series?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
nice.
I mean, I already know what I want to see next, but I got, like, no faith in it hitting this year, or next year, probably even the year after that. Maybe the same year that Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out. It's Donkey Kong Country Returns 3.
Yeah, I would like to see that. That'd be great if they announced that. I mean, I would say, though, just for its own protection, make sure Metroid is also there if they announce it.
Yes.
Don't remind me. You know what? Actually, I reserve the right to be a total asshole if Metroid Prime 4 gets announced.
No, you don't.
No. I said Metroid Prime 4, not any Metroid game. Metroid Prime 4. If Metroid Prime 4 gets announced, I reserve the right to be the biggest asshole ever.
We've been through this. The person who did this, you reserve the right to track them down and be as big an asshole you want to him.
I think he killed himself. I'm under the impression that he did. Some people tell me that he switched accounts, but I'm not so sure. He seemed like he was in a pretty bad place there. Anyway, on to brighter news. Let's see. I'd like to see. Yeah, I hope they finally reveal what Retro's big project is, because supposedly it was neither Metroid Prime 4 or Donkey Kong Country Returns 3.
It's going to be Metroid Cross Donkey Kong.
God. Wait, so does that mean that we get to see
Spirit Track 2 on the Switch?
Oh God, Zelda Spirit Tracks 2. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, this may be a little early, but considering how much it was delayed, I don't know if it's that unreasonable. A Link Between Worlds 2 or something that plays like it on Switch.
Yeah, fuck Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, I wasn't even taking that into account. Just like Breath of the Wild was recent, but it got delayed like a year and a half.
Right. Yeah, I'd be up for another 2D Zelda like that. What I'd really like to see, though, would be, like, something in the vein of the Oracle games.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
I mean, are we going to be getting, like, a Earthbound 3?
Maybe. I mean,
Reggie is going to be hunted down and eaten on live TV if we don't get Mother 3 announced by January 2018, so we may see it.
He's right.
Same for Metroid. Reggie said shortly after Switch was revealed, check with me in a year before asking about Metroid and Mother 3. So he basically said that
he put a target on his back.
Yeah, he is in deep shit if they are not announced this year.
Don't you know he's in deep trouble?
You're the fart, man.
Is he gonna go into hiding?
There is nowhere to hide. He'd have to leave the continent, Neko.
The whole, not the country, the whole continent, Neko.
He would have to move to Japan, which is the only region that has Mother 3 and doesn't care about Metroid. Which they don't.
Which is sad, actually.
Okay, and you mentioning the Oracle games reminded me, here is my ridiculous, absolute thing I would love the most if it was announced at E3. Again, there is no way in hell this could possibly happen, but Since Nintendo has announced their both sandbox-style and linear-style 3D Mario games, we are committed to both of them, and therefore, in the spirit of the Zelda Oracle games, the full-length Super Mario Galaxy 3 will be releasing the same day as Super Mario Odyssey, and if you beat one, you can play the other in either linear or sandbox mode.
Jesus
Would you
Christ.
just literally explode that actually did happen?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, he would. He wouldn't even be able to enjoy it.
That was like the context. Someone asked like the E3 news that would make you like orgasm to death, and that's what I said.
Let's see. Actually, that's a good question. Let's see. What is the E3 news that would make me orgasm to death?
Star Tropics 3.
Yeah.
No, I know. I got something even more unbelievable than that.
Okay.
For Whom the Frog Tolls English version releasing on Switch and new 3DS today.
With a sequel coming out in 2 months.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
There you go.
So, what would yours be, Dari?
Persona 6.
Actually, I would say what you call it. Tokyo Mirage Sessions 2.
Yeah, okay, I
Switch.
can see that.
Okay. And Neko, what would yours be?
Everyone living in Neko's house gets a free Switch. No, I'm kidding. Go
I
ahead.
need a Switch, yeah.
Look
They're
under
giving
your
out free
chair!
It's like, wait a minute. I'm watching at my house. How is this possible? Oh, God.
How did it get in the house, though?
Nintendo's ninjas.
Yep. We just hear Neko saying, "Look, John, it's a Switch."
Okay, but Neko, what's your actual answer?
I'd like to see a new Paper Mario.
Like
Okay.
what type?
Probably like the last one. I like that.
Color Splash.
Yeah. Or I just like the RPGs.
Okay.
So like,
I'd say you think of something a little like less. I mean, I think there's a good chance that'll happen at some point, although probably not at this E3. Like, it's something a little more ridiculous, like my idea of 2 complete Mario games releasing the same day, one of them announced like 6 months before it comes out.
huh?
I think you broke his brain. Neko's not allowed to dream.
How about a new Elder Scrolls game exclusively on Switch?
How about Elder Scrolls? Well, no, he'd hate Elder Scrolls 6 on Switch and Wii U.
I'd kill him. I'd kill him.
I know. Do you think we'll hear about Skyrim on Switch this year?
Are you sure that's confirmed? I mean, that might have just been a tech announcement when they said it in January.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just love how they went through. Now, just because we have Skyrim on the Switch in their big reveal ad doesn't mean that we're actually going to put it on the Switch.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Switch Game of the Year, unquestioned. Everyone agrees on this. We just listed other games because listing this game would be boring because it's so obvious. Some basketball game.
Yep.
Yes.
That is the unanimous S-rank game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
God. I mean, I bet you can't wait for some soccer game, huh?
No, that's a little...
Some-
no, that
How
game's
about
overrated.
some UFC game though?
I mean, to tell you the truth, the game I'm looking forward to is not even. I think it is. Wait, is it coming to the Sonic Mania?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
coming to
that's
Switch.
coming
That's
to
coming to
Switch.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, except 3DS, but I mean,
Doesn't need to be there.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, look
Yeah,
what Sonic
Sonic-
Boom did to it.
Yeah, it has Sonic Boom too. It doesn't need Sonic Mania.
I like how Sonic Forces, or as it's known then, Sonic Project 2017, was like the only game ever announced specifically for NX.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure it's the only trailer ever that has an NX arranged as a logo in it.
Yeah, I think it is.
And then, like, people were like, hey, why not Sonic Mania? Well, gee, I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Let's see, so for 3DS, if the new Kirby could be, if it was a platformer, that would be nice, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for that. I just hope it's a multiplayer game in a genre I like.
I would love to have a new Wario game.
Or a new Waluigi game.
Yeah,
That would be
Waluigi's...
Yeah, Waluigi had no
Well,
rating.
he can be paired up with Wario.
Yeah, it's like, I wish that they had changed over the Mario and Luigi games to be Wario and Waluigi. That would have been pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, some other Switch games they could announce. Luigi's Mansion 3 and Pikmin 4.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 was like, everybody was rumoring that, so I'm kind of surprised it didn't happen.
It could still happen.
No, I mean, like, at the beginning.
Yeah. Maybe they just held some stuff off, like they held off your favorite game, your new favorite game.
Good.
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy. So, Dari, what do you wish for at E3, or from Nintendo?
From Nintendo, I mean, most of the stuff has already been. I wanted Pocket Tournament. That's happening.
You want what?
I wanted Pocket Tournament on Switch. That's happening.
Okay.
I do Golden Sun's not happening. Sadly, it's never going to happen ever again. And I'm very sad on that.
Well, I mean, I would never say never. There's always a chance.
Yeah, I mean, they put Isaac in Smash Brawl
As an assist trophy.
Oh yeah, if they're bitter about Star Fox, and how about Sin and Punishment 3?
Oh yeah, that'd be
I
nice.
forgot there was
Oh, a new
two
Star
side
Fox
parts.
would be awesome.
That's not what he said.
It's
Oh,
not
I thought
going,
that's what he said.
I said it's like that people hate Star Fox Zero because Star Fox has like an even worse version of the Zelda cycle, but I mean, a new Star Fox will happen eventually because it's like Miyamoto's passion project. He can just say, we're making a new one. I don't care what they're saying about it. Screw you. We're doing this. I'm Miyamoto.
It's like the anti-F-Zero.
He didn't ban F-Zero. He just didn't know anyone wanted it. If he banned it, he by default knew someone wanted it.
Right.
I'm just saying that he was like, oh, you want a new F-Zero? No.
He didn't say no. He said he was just surprised.
Well, no, he said, well, I'm not going to do it unless I think of a new idea. And then he had an idea for an anti-gravity racing game. Mario Kart 8.
Well, technically that wouldn't have been new to F-Zero.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think he's going to say that having the big blue cart and the other state, or sorry, not the big blue cart, the big blue and the Mute City stages and the God, what was that called? The something Falcon? The what Falcon? Captain Falcon's cart in Mario Kart 8 counts as a new F-Zero game?
No.
Sure. I mean, I don't have any real basis for it. I just care less if F-Zero gets trolled. I'll admit it. I don't like the series as much as most Nintendo series.
Fair enough.
It'll probably happen.
Wait, what?
It might happen.
I mean, I think we will get a new F-Zero at some point. We've got less prominent Nintendo series we buy, but there's no specific reason to expect it at this E3.
Right.
Wait, I know what game I want them to make as a farewell to 3DS.
What's that?
What's that?
Donkey Kong 94 Part 3.
God, yeah. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, we're due for a new Mario and Luigi being announced. They could have your Switch or as a farewell to 3DS.
I mean, they
Isn't
did...
it the 10th anniversary or something like that of Mario and Luigi?
Yeah, something like that.
2003.
Oh.
Oh.
So almost... So we're like... Next year would be
Next year is the 15th.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where I was trying to go with that. I do remember people saying that there's a rumor that they're,
Oh, right. They're going to remake the original.
Yeah, and I remember how angry you got when I,
Brought that up.
No.
Wait, I don't remember getting angry at all. What are you talking about?
Remember that time where, I said that one person was worried because it might mean that, that if they remake the game, they'll replace all the unique characters with toads?
Oh.
Yeah, if anyone took that seriously, I would probably punch them in the face.
Yeah, probably.
I could see it happening.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I would say that has actually a pretty good chance of being at E3. It seems like the trademark evidence for that was pretty strong.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Nintendo. You think we can get another? Well, we already had the new 2DS out, so I don't know if we're going to get any other peripherals out anytime soon.
I'm not sure how much 3DS stuff they'll give, because the way Switch is doing, I'm expecting 3DS to fade out in 2018. I mean, they was there in case Switch didn't succeed, so it'll still have some support in the coming months, but I think Switch is going to be its successor.
Mm. And people and when that actually does come out, people are going to be angry, but who cares?
Be angry at what when what comes out?
The fact that Switch is actually going to replace 3DS.
You mean we only have to buy one Nintendo system each generation? They hate us.
Because we had to buy a PS4 Pro, an Xbox Scorpio, and that was only in 2 years.
God.
And for an Xbox Scorpio, parentheses, actually, you don't have to buy that.
God.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
And the first part is I think the Scorpio is going to pull $500 US dollars and make it work.
Oh, but maybe it'll... Wait a second. Scorpio... So here's this giant enemy scorpion.
God. Forza! Forza!
Look, it's Forza! Forza! Well, you damn well better like it. We're not making anything else.
God. It does seem to be the only game that Microsoft likes making these days.
Yeah.
So realistic, it barely counts as a game.
Jesus Christ.
We put all the effort into making the cars exactly like they do in real life.
So here's this giant enemy scorpion. And the Eye of the Kinect, rebranded as the Eye of Judgment.
God.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So,
okay,
are we done with Nintendo?
Yeah,
Kind of.
we're getting close.
Anything else you want to say about Nintendo, Neko?
There's a lot of IPs I would like, but I don't know. Oh, I would like to see a new Luigi's Mansion. Why did I never...
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, if only someone else had brought that up, right?
Wait, who brought it up?
I did.
KI, when you were here. Or maybe you weren't. You keep leaving.
I was getting a drink. Excuse the hell out of me.
Gee, someone's cranky. Maybe you needed that drink.
You really need that drink.
No, but seriously, I mean, that's like one of my favorite Nintendo series. Seriously.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I don't
how well
understand.
Luigi's Mansion 2 sold, I think there's a good chance we'll get it on Switch at some point.
I still think it's insane how well that thing sold.
I mean, I'm hoping a re-release of the GameCube one, too.
Oh yeah, I could also see Animal Crossing being announced, especially with the mobile game coming up. They need a real one to benefit from that.
Right.
Yes, they do.
I just hope they don't get rid of the best character in all of Animal Crossing.
Carl Barks.
The dog.
No, not Dari, not that dog.
Oh.
She was in Mario Kart 8, or as I prefer to call it, Mario Bark 8.
Jesus.
Get it, Dari? Because she's a dog?
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
And you hate her because of that?
Nah, I like her. She's the best.
Talking to Dari.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dari wants to kill. Dari wants to kill. Dari, you said that you hate dogs and you're glad that when they die.
No, I didn't.
You started laughing when.
Let's be fair. He said he loved dogs and he was glad when they died.
God.
Hear that, audience? That's a joke that wasn't funny at all unless you've been obsessively following S Rank.
Which most people watch this probably have. Or are.
Yeah, mainly us.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I mean, someone else in the future might actually find us intriguing enough to obsessively follow us.
I mean, Dari, I do think you are the most interesting person who's ever lived.
You do.
I believe that, yes, only you.
I mean, does anyone disagree with me?
The most interesting Dari in the world. I don't always watch ponies, but when I do,
I scream
by rarity.
No. No.
But what I do, I get fear boners whenever Rarity talks.
No, I don't.
So just the regular kind, then.
No, not even close. No type of bonus whatsoever.
You said you didn't get fear boners, Dari. So what is it then? Do you get fear boners or do you not?
I'm getting type of boner when Rarity talks.
You get a regular type of boner when Rarity talks? Okay, then.
I said no type at all.
Whatever you say. So, anything else?
Is there anybody else at E3 that we're missing? That might
I don't
come
think
up?
so.
I'm Konami, here talking about the show of which I am not attending. No, seriously, I'm not attending. I just stopped by, the door, I was showing off Metal Gear Solid 5, the door was open.
God.
I remember the last live stream. I don't know why I still can't get DDR for education out of my head.
DDR for education?
What the hell is DDR with educate? What the hell?
DDR teaches typing would be the greatest game ever made.
Using the dance pad.
Exactly.
This is how you type with your feet. Jesus, I couldn't say something like that. Horse stealth. God, horse stealth.
Everyone loves horse stealth. Okay, so I think we have given all of our E3 predictions.
Yep.
How about a new Kojima game? Or where will Kojima show up, actually?
I mean, Kojima's going to be at Sony, obviously.
Yeah, Kojima will be at Sony, and his game will probably still just be a trailer.
But this time, he'll include some damn fine cherry pie. And good coffee.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Icepick has no idea what they're talking about.
I mean, that is how I feel about
Sorry,
Death Stranding.
No, my next line is going to be, where is David Cage going to be?
David Cage is going to be protesting the idea of difficulty
gameplay.
In game. Yes, he is offended by gameplay.
He's picketing outside the Nintendo booth.
Yes, he is going to. Nintendo has too much gameplay and he wants it toned down.
Has to be all cutscenes, guys. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, Switch turns on too quickly. That's too close to gameplay. Why?
God.
You can do things from the start without setting up anything. That's impossible.
So,
Do you think we're going to hear anything more about my Nintendo at E3, or is that going to be like a direct thing?
I would imagine if we hear anything around E3, it would be like a direct, maybe the weekend before. Nintendo's done that sometimes to focus on like hardware stuff.
Since you already know about the online stuff, are we going to date for that, by the way, when that starts?
Just sometime in
E3?
2018.
I mean when the free stuff starts, because
I
just
hope more virtual console games get released on the Switch so that, you know...
Well, I mean, more would be like any of them. There is no virtual console on the Switch yet.
I want to see Game Boy Advance on there, because remember their excuse for Game Boy Advance not being on DS?
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, it's on Wii U.
Yeah, it is.
Which is weird.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You never have to worry about them screwing over the portable/console again, so that's good.
Yeah. Yes.
Region locking's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll just give them credit here, because when else are we going to talk about it in a podcast? I am very impressed that, like, when they have that price in yen that could be $20 to $30, I was not expecting it to be 20.
Me either. $20 a year. It's like, oh my god, I cannot believe that's true. That's true. I cannot believe that's true. I had to look at it like 5 times to realize it's true. Because like, that's a third of what both Microsoft and Sony are doing entirely. So it was like, what?
Okay, so I think we've done pretty much everything.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So, until next time, which will be very, very, very soon, this has been Disc 1.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Night.